Hi everyone. Okay, we are going to start. Hi everyone, welcome to today's training. My name is Chidima Ude and I work for the Public and Private Development Center, and I'm going to be your trainer for today. First things first, we are going to have a lot of fun today and we'll need everyone to be able to hear. So this training deck is for teachers and we hope that at the end of this training, you will be fully equipped to be able to deliver the same online safety training to your fellow students. The internet is a powerful tool. We can do so many things online. So to start off today, we are going to have some fun and find out how you would like to use the internet. So for those that joined us online, I would like to ask just for you to type in the chat box if you've ever used the internet. If you've ever used the internet, just type it in the chat box. If you've used it once, if you've used it once in a month, if you've used it once in a week or once in a day, just let me know in the chat box. Great. Great. We are going to do a quick survey to find out how would like to use the internet. So with questions like this, I would advise or suggest to the teachers that it's always important to divide the class into different group sections so that you can label each group 1 to 4 and give them each of the questions. This allows the students to brainstorm and think about it. And the first question could be, do you use the internet to chat with your friends? Then a particular group will have to brainstorm and discuss it within their group before they give you their final answer. Then the same goes with the second group. Do you use the internet to do your homework? Do you use the internet to share photos of yourself and family? Do you use the internet to share funny photos and videos? Then you hear what their responses will be. So we are online a lot. We really do use the internet for lots of different things. So it's hard to not want to stay connected wherever you go. In the world of the internet, you can learn everything that you want to learn and be anyone that you want to be, almost like superheroes of the internet. But there's a catch. With this great power comes great responsibility. And in the world of the internet, there are some dangers. If we want to continue our awesome adventure through the world of the internet, we must learn how to stay safe. We need to learn how to stay safe. To qualify as a true hero of the internet, you must be sharp, alert, strong, kind, and brave online. You must be kind and brave online. So these 5 tips will help get you there. Share with care. Don't fall for fake. Secure your secrets. It's cool to be kind. And when in doubt, talk it out. Talk to trusted adults. So it is always important that you tell your students that whenever they are in doubt of any content, whenever they are in doubt of anything, that they should always speak to a trusted adult. They should speak to their parents. They should speak to their teacher. It's always very, very important. That's how to show that you are brave. So we are going to tackle each and every pillar that we just mentioned. Remember, I said there are 5 of them. So we are going to discuss each and every one of them. The first being be sharp, share with care. The internet connects us all and allows us to share in ways that we never before been able to. We can reach friends near and far with just a click. Now, you can type in the chat box if you've seen this picture before. Yes or no, you can just type it in the chat box if you've seen this picture before. Salt Bay is just a video of a man preparing a barbecued piece of meat. And now the video of Salt Bay has over 6 million views, 6 million views as of June 3rd, 2019, and has been remade all over the web. As you can see, some has even have it printed on their t-shirts, and even the mug over there. There have been a remake of this video over the net, over the web, just because he posted and shared positive content online. And now, have you seen this video before? This video, Electricity by Mark Angel Comedy, has over 10 million views on YouTube. Over 10 million views, people. Over 10 million views on YouTube. That's the number of people that have watched this video. It's important to remember that anything you share has the potential to be forwarded. So once you share it, it has the potential to be forwarded. Funny videos like this one being plastered all over the internet is harmless. But what if the video or the picture going viral was something embarrassing or damaging to you? So you have to be very, very sure and very careful of every content that you put out there on the internet. You never know who of your followers could be what you like to call an oversharer. What if one of your followers is just an oversharer? You know who I'm talking about. The ones who loves to spread information about others, whether mean-spirited or well-intended. I'm sure that at some point you've either seen or heard about a picture or a post that got out of hand because of a screenshot and oversharing. So once you've shared information, it might be able to go anywhere all over the world. What kind of information should we be careful to protect? So I'm asking everyone, what kind of information should we be extremely careful to protect? Just type it in the chat box. Maybe in the next 20 minutes, in the next 20 seconds. What kinds of information should we be careful to protect? Think about it. What are those information that you feel that this one shouldn't be on the web, it shouldn't be online? What are those information that if you can, type it in the chat box. Thank you. So thank you, Kendrick, that said personal information. So information like your password is your personal information, your private images, your bank information. You don't want to put it out there for everyone to see. Your home address, you don't want to put it out there for everyone to see. Otherwise, it's like inviting the entire world to come visit you anytime because you put it out there. So yes, these are some of the information that you should be extremely careful and you should protect. Of course, yes, Richard, your secret information, it shouldn't be shared online. Now, let's take this conversation for instance. Look at this chart. Chipo wrote on her page, on her social platform, "I hate my teacher." And then Remy responded and said, "Me too." Unknowing to them, their teacher saw it, and she said, "You do realize we are friends online, right?" So what happened here? Like, what really happened here? Why might Chipo be in trouble now? So the thing is that the internet is full of many stories of people who shared more information than they should have, and got caught by their bosses, their friends, and their teachers. That's why we should be extremely careful. So when you are telling your student this, it is very important that you emphasize on this, that they should be extremely careful with the kind of information that they put out there online, knowing that they also have friends who are oversharers who can also take up that information and help them share it further. So they should be very, very careful. Just like in the real world, you share different things with different people. For example, while you may invite friends and family into your home, that doesn't mean that you allow them to go into your room and poke around at all your personal stuff. No, the web is the same way. It's exactly the same way. You want to be sure that the friends, the family, and strangers only see the stuff you want them to see. That's why you don't put your bed in your living room, because your living room is just for your guests, right? So it's the same on the web. Those information that you wouldn't want the entire world to see, there's no need putting it out there, because trust me, it will go viral. it's a good idea to have a look at your share settings and talk with a trusted adult about what information you want to give the world access to. Settings are awesome because they allow you to control who sees what's on your page. You should familiarize yourself with the settings on your favorite social media platforms so you only share with those people that which you want to share with them. Now, sharing can also be an incredible force of good. We've seen it in the past we see it literally every single day, but if done the right way. We are going to watch a video, and I want you to think about what's happening in this video. So we are going to watch a video. Stay with me and let's watch this 1 minute video. Wow, when you post online, you post to the entire world. Wow, this is an incredible video. Sharing, like I said, can be an incredible force of good if done the right way. As you can see, the video went viral and it got to the mayor, who now gave the instruction for the playground to be cleaned. So sharing the right content is what we should motivate the students and our children to do. Now let's move over to the next slide that says, so if you look at the contents on this slide, they're in small cards. So it's always advisable when you're taking sections like this that you divide your class into different sections, or the students into different sections where you are giving them the opportunity to brainstorm and to think about the question before giving you an answer. But now I'm throwing the same question to all our viewers and listeners. Look at this content and then decide which of this information is okay to share with anyone, is okay to just share with family and friends. It's not okay to share with anyone at all. Look at them and then type in the chat box. Help me type in the chat box. Help me type in the chat box which of this information you think it's not okay to share with anyone. And then also the ones that you feel like it's okay to share with just family and friends. And then the ones that you feel like it's okay to share with everyone. Help me type in the chat box, and I need this class to be interactive. So just type it in the chat box. Okay, as you can see, informations like dictionary, definition, compliments about others, news articles, these information, they're okay. They are very fantastic to share with everyone. But then information like embarrassing photo of your friend sleeping, we don't want to share that with anyone. Like, we don't want to share that with anyone. Nasty messages about your teachers, we don't want to share that with anyone. But information like your home address, your phone number, your photo and music, that you can share with family and friends. So it's easier this way when you're educating or training the students. Do it in this manner, so that it's in a little card and then they are discussing it in their various groups. We can prepare to fight against the oversharer by equipping ourselves with the information. When we know what we want the world to see and what we don't, we can make informed decision about what we circulate online. We will play a true or false game. So please, I'll be reading it out for some of us who are saying they can barely see the card. So our next activity, I'll be reading it out. And if you feel like it's true, please type in the chat box true. And if it's false, type in the chat box false. And then also with questions like this, it's always important to tell your student that there's no right or wrong answer. This is to get them to engage in the conversation. So the first question is, once it's on the internet, it stays there forever, true or false? Once it's on the internet, it stays there forever, true or false? Once it's on the internet, it stays there forever. Just type in the box. Sorry for those who can't clearly see the screen, but I believe you can all hear me. So I'll be more audible so that even with the questions, you can just be responding through the chat. Once it's on the internet, it stays there forever, true or false? Just type in whether it's true. Thank you, Abubakar, that says it's true. Thank you, Faith, that says it's true. Greg says it's false. Lillian says it's true. Shegu says it's true. So let's see, drum roll, let's see. And the answer is true. And the reason is because what you share may be associated with you for a very long time. So try to maximize the positivity. Secondly, over 1.37 billion people use the internet, true or false? True or false? True or false? Over 1.3 people use the internet, true or false? True or false? Yes, true. Over 1.3 billion people use the internet. Thank you, France. True. Yes, over 1.3 billion people use the internet. All of those people potentially have access to the things that you share. And that is why it is very crucial, very, very important that you are mindful of the kind of things that you share, because it can easily go viral. Mind you, when you remember this number, just know that there are possibilities that this number have access to whatever that you've been sharing, that you will share, and that you will still share on the internet. So yes, the answer is true. Let's move on. People like becoming a meme and going viral. Do you think that there are lots of memes out there? Do you think that the people that they use in creating that meme, that they like becoming meme? True or false? Do you think people like becoming meme? Okay, Faith said true. Okay, we'll see. I would like to see more responses. True or false? People like becoming meme and going viral. Lillian said true. Thank you very much for your response. Okay, let's see. Drum roll, and the answer is false. Actually, people mostly people report, and this is from the back end. People report feeling very upset and scared at not being able to control their own image. Remember that these images, they are not the ones creating those memes themselves. These are people seeing their images online and then using it to create memes. So yes, they are not happy becoming meme. The next question is, sharing online can reveal our location, true or false? Sharing online can reveal our location, true or false? Sharing online can reveal our location, true or false? Sharing online can reveal our location, true or false? Any response, any answer to this? Do we have an answer to this question, true or false? Sharing online, okay, and the answer is true. Sharing online, yes, Harrison, true. Sharing online can reveal our location. And this is because, okay, what are the dangers associated with people knowing your whereabouts? Do you want people to really know where you are all the time? So sharing online, yes, can literally reveal our locations. Next, if we don't share it with our parents, if I don't share it with my parents, they won't see it. This is a very interesting question. Trust me, when you ask your students these questions, you will get very interesting responses, because most of them feel like, no, if I don't share with my mommy and daddy, then that's it. They won't know, they won't see it. But I'm throwing the question to everyone. Do you think that if you don't share with your parents, they won't see it? Okay, Harrison says false, Noye says true. That if you don't, okay, let's see, drum roll. Are we getting more responses? If we don't share it with your parents, then they won't see it. Okay, let's see what the answer says. Shegu says false. Let's see. And that is correct, Shegu. It is false. If we don't share it with our parents, they won't know. So the thing with this particular question is that we all know how quickly information can travel through the web. Many people who you never intended to share with can end up with that information that will end up with, it will not end up with another person to another person that will eventually get to your own parents. So it's a fault. Whatever you put out there, there is tendency, possibility that your parents and even the people that you feel they won't see it, there is tendency that they will see it. So yes, congratulations, you have passed the first test. So we are done with B sharp, share with care. Remember that we have 5 pillars. We are done with the first one, B sharp. We need to share with care. Now we're moving over to the next one, be strong, secure your secrets. We're not done yet. So the next essential skill for any internet hero is to be strong and to secure your secrets. Why? Why do we need to secure our secrets? There is a hacker about, and he can get a hold of your personal information by guessing weak passwords. Remember, they need to guess your password before they can hack into your account. And if you have a very weak password, then it's just an easy peasy stuff for them to access your account. Unfortunately, most people make it too easy for hackers to gain access to their device. These are some popular passwords. Can you guess what they are? Look at this password. Can you crack this password? I'm sure like literally everyone here can crack this password. Let's see, I want to see in the chat box. Of course, it's an easy peasy. Anyone, like literally anyone can crack this password. It's 4. It's a spelling of a password and it's a spelling of a hello. So yes, it's an easy password to crack. And a lot of people make this mistake by using constantly, all the time, this type of password, easy passwords. What do you think is a strong password? Like, what do you think is a strong password? A strong password, must contain 8 to 12 characters. A strong password must contain mixture of numbers and letters. A strong password must have uppercase and lowercase characters. A strong password must contain special characters. So these are what strong passwords are. Excuse me. Great, now you know what passwords to use and what passwords not to use. But what use is a password if you forget it all the time? And actually, these are reasons why people tend to use easy password, because they are scared that if they use a very long password, there is tendency that they will forget. We all know that you can write, we all know that you can't write your password down. You know, writing your password down literally means giving it out, right? So it's not allowed. You are not allowed to write your password down. So we have to develop a way to remember our strong passwords. One way to create a strong password is to swap out the letters with special characters or numbers that look like the letters in some way. With a friend, you can try to connect the letter with its special character or number. So in the chat box, can someone quickly just tell me, for example, I'll give you an example and then you can do the rest. An E, a letter E can be paired with a 3, right? Because if you turn it the other way around, then it spells a 3. So can someone just type in the chat box what these letters can be merged with the numbers and special characters that are there? Can we try it out in the next 30 seconds? And our time starts now. We just like I gave an example, E pairs with 3, because when you turn 3 round, if you turn it the other way around, it will if you turn an E the other way around, it says a 3. I'll give you another example. An O can be used as a 0. A letter O can be used as a 0, right? So can we have like some examples? Can you tell me what a G can be used for? What a T can, which number matches or pairs with a G, a T, an S, an L, and a B? You can just type it in the chat box. Just type it in the chat box what that tells. Okay, so because of our time, I'll just continue and let us know what they are. So as you can see here, an E can be used as a 3, an I can be used as an exclamation mark, S can be swapped with a 5, T can be paired with a plus, G can be paired with a 9, L can be paired with a 1, O can be paired with a 0, T can be paired with a 7, B can be paired with an 8. Yes, Odinaka, you are correct. S can be paired with a 5. And then T can be, okay, T can be paired with a 7. Great job, guys. Okay, moving forward, let's put our knowledge into practice. Now we know what strong passwords are, right? We know they have to contain 8 to 12 characters, mixture of numbers and letters, and numbers and special characters. What else? We also mentioned they have to have uppercase and lowercase. So now let's put it in practice. For this, you need a pen and a paper to complete this particular task. You need a pen and a paper, and also listen carefully and follow my instruction so that we can create a strong password that you can remember. Remember, the goal here is to create a strong password that you can remember, and also to be able to teach your students how to create a strong password that they can also remember. So first step is to think of a fun phrase or an event that you can remember and write it down. It could be your friend's favorite film, a children's book, when and from what high school one of your friends may graduate from. And in this case, as you can see on the slide, on the screen, I'll use this example. My little brother Ethan was born in December. So this is the phrase I will use. So you choose your own phrase so that we'll walk through this together. Choose your own phrase. My own phrase in this instance is my little brother Ethan was born in December. Of course, I can't forget this phrase. It's there. I can't forget it. My little brother Ethan was born in December. So put down your own on your own piece of paper, wherever you are, write it down. Now, on that same piece of paper, but now on a new line, below your phrase, rewrite your phrase. You have to rewrite it, but this time around, use first letter from some or all the words in the phrase or title. Look at how I've done mine. Look at my own example. Remember, my phrase is my little brother Ethan was born in December. So what I did was the first letter of every word is the only thing I now selected. So mine is the M. M is the my. And L is the little. B is brother. Ethan stays as Ethan. W is the was. B is the born. So I is the in. So all I did was just to pick the first letters. And then it still reads out, my little brother Ethan was born in December. Right? Hope we've done that. I'll give us time to do this part. We have 20 seconds left to do this part. That's the second step. 20 seconds elapsed. So let's move on. On the new line, you are going to rewrite your phrase, but this time around, you have to change some of the letters to numbers and thumb to symbols. Remember when we did the swap, right? We said G can be a 9, B can be an 8. So look at your phrase, look at your own phrase. For example, in my own phrase that I read earlier, my little brother Ethan was born in December. I had an E in that phrase. And because an E can be swapped with a 3, I removed the E and I added a 3. So it still reads, my little brother Ethan was born in December. And also the B part, I added, B can be swapped with an 8, right? So I took out the 8, the B, and I included 8. The same with the E in December. But then I couldn't do all for December. I just picked one of the E's in December and I swapped it with 3. Right, so do the same. Look at your phrase and see which of the alphabets can be swapped with a number. Look at your phrase, look at it. And then if you look at my I swapped it with an exclamation mark. So carefully look at your phrase now and then see which alphabet can be swapped with a number and which alphabet can be swapped with a special character. Okay, we have 10 seconds to complete this task. And the time is up. Thank you all. Now, third step. Remember, we are walking through on how to create a strong password that we can remember, right? Yes. Finally, make some letters uppercase and some letters lowercase. In my own example, I have a capital B there, and I have a capital D there, and I also have a capital L there in my own example. So do the same with yours. Do the same with yours. And it still reads, my little brother Ethan was born in December. My little brother Ethan was born in December. Now, in order to know if this has worked, we have to check if we can remember our password, because first step was to create a strong password. Now we also need to remember the strong password that we created. To help you remember, write your password down 2 more times on your piece of paper. Memorize, memorize, and memorize. To recap, we are going to go through this list. And if you think it's a do, please type in the chat box do. If you think it's a don't, please type in the chat box don't. So I'll be audible so that you can hear me and you'll be able to also respond to the questions. So the first question is, use a unique password for each of your important accounts. Do or don't? We have 5 seconds we have 1 minute for this question. Use a unique password for each of your important accounts. Let's answer, type it in the chat box what the answer is. Whether if it's do, then type in do. If it's don't, then also do the same, type in don't. Use a unique password for each of your important accounts. Do you need to use a unique password for each of your important accounts? Use a unique password. Okay, so drum roll, and the answer is yes. Do. Thank you all. Do. Use a unique password for each of your unique accounts. Why? Why do you need it? Why do you need it? Mind you, if you have the same password for all your accounts and a hacker gets hold of that password, then they literally have access to all. They will have access to all your other accounts. That's why it's important that you need to have a unique password for each of your important, remember I said each of your important accounts. The second question, let's get this going. Use personal information like your home address, your telephone number when making a password. Like, remember we just talked about how to create a strong password. Now this question is asking, do we need to use a personal information like our names, our address, our telephone number, when you make a password, do or don't. Do or don't, do or don't, do or don't. Do we need do or don't? Do or don't. Thank you, Faith. Faith said don't. Yes, don't. And the answer is don't. Yes. Nope. Thank you, Richard. Nope, 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 nope. We don't need to use any of our personal information to make password. Thank you, Harrison. Don't. Now, the next question says use a password that's easy to guess, like your nickname or your favorite baseball team or your favorite food. Is it advisable? Do or don't? Do or don't. Use a password that is easy to guess. Do or don't? Do or don't. Of course, certainly yes. The answer is don't. Thank you all for your responses. Use at least 8 characters. We just went through that right now. So of course we all know what the answer. So I'm not going to dwell on this because I'm sure you know. Use at least 8 characters. So just don't use 4 characters and you call it a password. No. Use at least 8 characters when creating your password. So yes, the answer is do. Share your password with people so you don't forget. Do you think you should share your password with people so you don't forget? Share your password with people so you don't forget. Do or don't, do or don't, do or don't. Share your password with people so you don't forget. Do or don't, do or don't. Thank you, Mr. Seth. Yes, you don't have to share your password with people. It's a no. Don't share your password with people. Don't share your password with people. Don't write it down. Don't write it down. So yes, don't share your password with people. The last, if I'm not mistaken, okay, no, yes, log out of your account when after you are finished on a public computer. So you know when you go out there and you're using a public computer, do you need to log out of your account or you just close or you run out of time and then you don't even bother to tell the owner that you need to log in back so that you can log out of your account. Log out of your account when after you've finished on a public computer. Log out of your account, log out of your account, log out of your account. Do or don't, do or don't. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Lillian. Do or don't, do or don't. Do you need to log out of your account? Do you need to log out of your account? Do you need to log out of your account? Do or don't, do or don't, do or don't. And the answer is do. It is very, very important to log out. If you don't log out of the computer, what use is the password? For instance, you've created a very, very super strong password, right? And then you use a public computer and you don't log out, then what use is the password? Mind you, the next user of that computer will have full access to your account and can even change your settings and log you out of your own account. Yes, most people fall victims of this because they will use a public computer and they are done using maybe was using it for to access their social media platform and they just leave it and they go out, they don't log out. The next user, all they need to do is just to change the password and the settings and everything, and you're out. They log you out of your account and you won't have access to it. So please, it's very, very necessary and important to log out, log out, log out, and log out. Next, tick remember my password when using a public computer. You know when you are using your computer and it says remember my password, like your phone says, because some of us are lazy to. I'm guilty of that. Like on my phone, I'm lazy, and on my personal laptop, I'm lazy to like remember the password, and I just click on yes, remember my password. And do you think it's wise to do that, or especially when you're using a public account that is not even your own personal account? So this question is specifically for public accounts. Tick remember my password when using a public computer. Do you think you need to tick remember my password for this particular question? And the answer is don't. It's a no, no, no. Why? If you don't log out of the computer, if you tick remember my password, that means whoever that logs on, your account will automatically open because you've already told the device, you've already told the computer, you've already told the system you are using to always remember whenever I log on. You've already granted every other person access to your account. So please don't avoid that little pop-up that always says just close it. Just click on the X button there, close it. Don't click on it, especially when you are using a public computer. Do not click on that box. Don't take it. Yes, and we are done with the second pillar that says be strong, secure your secret. Everyone knows that you never take candy from a stranger, right? Well, the same principle applies online. It's very important to be able to know the difference between what's real and what's fake on the internet. So in this section, we are going to be tackling be alert, don't fall for fake. Be alert, don't fall for fake. That's our third pillar. Sometimes phishers might try to impersonate someone or something you know. It's called phishing with a PH. Phishing, not the FI, the fish. You understand what I mean? So phishing is defined as the attempt to obtain sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, and credit card details, often for bad reasons, by disguising as a trustworthy entity in electronic communication, like your friend or your bank. It's a good reminder to be on the lookout and stay clear from anything that seems fishy. Fishers are good at what they do. They are really, really good at what they do, and they are getting better each and every day. But with few tips, you also can learn to stay clear of fisherman's attacks. I've once been a victim of a fisher, and trust me, it was a terrible one. So I'm here to tell you, please learn from others' mistake and don't fall victim. Maybe you've seen a post like this as the screen shows. It looks like it was posted from my friend's account, but it says something she says, but it says like something she would never say. When you get a message from your friend and it's saying something contrary to what you know your friend would in a normal day say. So this is an example of a link you shouldn't click on because it could take you to a site that misuses your personal information or downloads something harmful onto your system. So look at it. Like it says, it can be from your friend. If your friend is Simba, it says, oh my goodness, click here to win 1 million and see everyone who is in love with you. Like, my friend wouldn't, if anybody uses my friend to send this to me, like literally I'll ignore the person because no, it is so good to be true. To win 1 million, really? 1 million. So these are examples of how fishers fish into people's accounts and tries to trick them. Fishers are tricksters. They trick you in obtaining your personal information. This looks like a normal site. If you look at it, look at this example, and let's fish out sports a fisher. As you can see, it looks like a normal site, right? Like a Google account, but something is off here. If you look at this, like something is literally off here. What is wrong with this site? Like, what is wrong? When I look closely, I see that the web address is completely wrong. It says Google, like Google account, right? But look at the URL. It's completely wrong. If I entered my email and password into this funny site, then scammers and fishers could have access to my account information. So when you open websites, always look at the URL and match it with what you are, and match it with the content and see, is this actually, I want to log on to my email address and this pops up. But then I look at the URL and it doesn't, no, something is wrong. All you need to do is just to close it and then try and access the right site. So now we're going to carry out another exercise. Anyone can fall prey to a phishing attack, right? That's why it's important that we stay alert. Nobody's immune. Nobody, excuse me, is immune. Anybody can fall prey. By using these guidelines, we can avoid these bad guys. So just does the site, so these are the guidelines you should bear in mind to spot a phisher and to avoid being a victim of a phisher. Does the site include indicators of a trustworthy site, like badges? Does it include? Does the URL match the name and title you are looking for? Remember the example when you opened your Google account and then the URL is not even matching with the Google account. So that's ways to fish out these bad guys. Does the offer seem too good to be true? Remember the 1 million offer. Are there any pop-ups? Pop-ups are dangerous. Pop-ups are bad. Once you are in that site and there are so many pop-ups going here and there, flying in and out, then there's a problem with that site. Does the URL start? Very, 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 very important. Does the URL start with HTTPS? HTTPS, does it start with HTTPS // preceded by a green padlock? There's a padlock. If you look at the URL of your YouTube, you'll see there's a padlock. There's a padlock there. It's very, very important to watch out for that. Is the person or the site asking you to reveal private information? It's very, very important. Any site that demands your personal information, there's a problem with that. So, do you think you can avoid a phisher? We are going to play a game, and then now you determine if you think you can avoid a phisher. So now, look at this example, and then we are going to determine if it's real or fake. So look at the example and type in the chat box whether it's real. Just type real or fake. If it's real, type in real. If it's fake, just type in the chat box fake. And this example says important membership information. Look at the URL. Look at I can see the padlock. I can see the HTTPS, and then the body just says, "Dear trainee, big thank you for the membership, for your membership with us. Because you've been such an amazing member, would like to upgrade you to premium at no extra cost." So, what do you think? Do you think this message is from a real entity, a real organization, or do you think it's fake? If you are to get this type of message, you think it's real or do you think it's fake? Please type in the chat box and let us know. Okay, because of time, it's actually this particular example, it's real. The email matches with the supposed sender. And then there are no suspicious links. And it isn't forcing you to give up confidential information. So this is real. And then look at this one. Do not more sure. Look at the URL and then look at the message, the content. Does it match? Then do you think it's real or fake? So if you look carefully, the URL or the domain name, it matches with the content. And there is security tag, the padlock is there, and then the HTTPS is also there. So yes, this is a real account. And then look at this one. Congratulations, you've won an iPhone. Do you think this is real or fake? Do you think this is real or fake? Please type in the chat box, real, fake, real, fake, real, fake. Do you think it's real or do you think it's fake? Real, fake, real, fake, real, fake. Okay, because of our time, this is completely fake, like it's fake. The fine print contradicts the headline. It looks like it's a pop-up, all these usual pop-ups, which is usually suspicious, asking you to give away contact details. Very, very important to know that this is fake. And then the next one, do you think it's real or fake? Hello, my friend. I have won the lottery. I want to share my good luck with you. I will give you $1,000, but first, please send me your bank details, full name and password, so I can give the money to you. Do you think this is fake? You get this kind of message from your friend, and you know for sure that your friend cannot send such a message, like somebody have probably hacked into their account and using their account to send you such a message. You think it's, of course it's fake. Thank you for your responses. It's fake. The offer is too good to be true. It's too good to be true. Asking you for confidential information, give away your money. And another thing, it looks like a generic email. If you look at it, it looks like they have sent this type of this message to thousands of people looking for prey. So this is fake. This is fake. Now look at this one. It says, hey, you seem like a fun person to hang out with. Let's have fun together. Can you add me to your friends list? Do you think this is fake or real? Just type it in the chat box. Fake or real, fake or real, fake or you get a message like this, fake or real, fake or real. You think it's fake? Yes, definitely. I agree with you, Abubakar. Definitely fake. No, first off, no profile picture, requesting access to your personal information through your account. Although it's not always easy to tell if someone is 100% real or fake, we advise you to ask. This is the thing that you need to tell your students or your loved one, that you need to ask. They need to ask parents, especially when they are not sure, when they are not 100% sure. They need to confirm and get consent from their parents and teachers before accepting requests like this one. And then this is the last question for this section, this particular section, and it says, this is an SMS. This is a popular SMS. Like every single time, people get similar SMS like this that says your Facebook account has been violated, has violated our policies. To avoid account suspicions, to avoid account suspension, visit this website, this site, and reconfirm it. Facebook security team. Do you think this is fake or real? Like, do you think this is fake or real? Of course, this is fake, fake, and fake. Businesses that hold your important information like Facebook won't send you a text message to warn you about violation. The link also looks suspicious, so definitely this is fake. Yep. We are done. We are done with the third pillar that says be alert. Remember the first pillar, be sharp. The second pillar, be strong. The third pillar, be alert and don't fall for fake. Now we're at our third staircase and we are jubilating. Yep. Now the next one, be kind. It's cool to be kind. Have you heard the phrase, treat others the way you want to be treated? What do you think it means? This also applies online. This means that you should only post, comment, and forward them if you wouldn't mind someone doing the same to you. If you wouldn't mind someone doing the same to you. Unfortunately, there are troublemakers. There are troublemakers out there hurting people's feelings and being cruel to other people online. The worst thing about the troublemakers is that bad vibes can spread fast. By being cruel to others online, he can turn into a troublemaker too. That's why it's important to use our internet power to stop troublemaking in its tracks. So Type in the chat box if you've seen someone being nasty online. If you've seen someone being nasty online, just type it in the chat box. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Type it in the chat box if you've seen someone being nasty online. I know when I see that kind of stuff, it makes me feel really, really sad. Like, it makes me feel really, really sad. But the best part about kindness is it makes everyone feel good. Even the person who gives the kindness also in turn feels good, especially when they see the other person is feeling good. To demonstrate this, I'm going to ask you to look at the person wherever you are. If you have anybody there with you, look at the person next to you and just say something nice to them. Say something nice about them. Say something nice to them. This can be something you like about their personality, something they do well, something nice that they are wearing today. Just give them a compliment. Say something nice to them. Great. So thank you. Thank you, Julie. Yes. It feels good to be kind, doesn't it? How do you feel like saying something nice to someone and hearing someone say something nice to you? Of course, it feels good to be kind. It feels good to say kind words to people. There are lots of opportunities to be kind online. Can you think of like 3 ways to spread positivity online? You can type it in the chat box. 3 ways. 3 ways. I'll give us like 10 seconds to think of that and just quickly type it in the chat box. 3 ways to spread positivity online. There are so many ways that we can do it, but let's just type in. Even if it's anyone that you know, just type it in the chat box. 3 ways to spread positivity online. You have so many opportunities to respond, post, and comment. So why not be positive? I challenge you to try to do something positive online each day, like each and every day you go online, try and do something positive. Leave an encouraging comment or send someone a thank you text. It can just be a thank you text. These sort of little acts of positivity will not only make you feel great, but they will also inspire others to be kind online too. So we're going to go through some scenarios and then thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you for your response and thank you. So this says, what would you do in this kind of scenario? What can you do? Someone found your friend's phone and sent a really mean message about another student to a bunch of people on her soccer team. What would you do in this situation? You are the one that saw it. What would you do? Do you lash out? Do you condemn the person? Do you reach out to the victim? So these are the kind of things. So the thing here with this kind of scenario is that we are not trying, we are condemning bullying, right? We are condemning bullying. And then at the same time, we need to provide support for the victim. That's the goal here. The goal here is that we say, okay, no, we call the person, we educate the person, we tell the person that bullying is not good. Bullies are regarded as cowards. Bullies cause more harm, like they cause a lot of harm. A word can kill, right? So we enlighten the bully about the extent to which is texts like this or messages like this can even harm and hurt a lot of people out there. And then in the same vein, we also reach out to the victim and then we encourage the victim and we tell the victim that, look, bullies are cowards. Bullies don't allow people's opinion to shape your life. You are who you are and you are not who you are based on people's opinion. So we try to encourage the person and let them know that bullies are cowards who just sit behind their keyboards and inflicting pain on others. And then also, what would you do in this scenario? Someone is posting seriously mean comments about one of the students in the class on your class blog. Let me know what in the chat box. In this scenario, if you're in this space, what do you think you would do? Let me know in the chat box what you think you would do. Someone is posting seriously, main comments about one of the students in the class on your class blog. Of course, what you need to do first, you need to, as a teacher, you need to remove that individual. First, you don't know if that individual's account has been hacked, but first, you have to remove that person. Then you now reach out to that individual and cancel the person and inform the person that bullying is not the right thing to do. Bullying people is wrong. It's wrong and it's a crime. There is an online game that a bunch of your friends play online. This one time, one player starts saying really nasty stuff about one of your friends who is playing, and they just won't stop. What would you do in this instance? What would you do? So what I usually advise people to do in this instance is to, what you can do in this instance is just to first ignore the person. Don't engage with bullies. Once you engage with bullies, you are giving them power to inflict more pain. Ignore the bully, ignore the person, save the screenshot, the comment as an evidence, report the person, then block the person. Simple. Those are the 4 things you just need to do. Ignore the person. Never retaliate or respond because you're trying to find out why the person is being mean to you. No time. You don't need to do that. Ignore the person, save the evidence, and then report the person before you do what? Block the person. Remember, you can help stop the spread of harmful or untrue messages by not passing them on to others. Block mean-spirited or inappropriate behavior. Make an effort to provide support to those being bullied. Be an upstander and encourage others to speak up. When you see someone being mean to another person online, making them feel embarrassed or left out, making fun of them, disrespecting them, hurting their feelings, you always have a choice. First, you can choose to be an upstander instead of a bystander by helping the target. And remember, it is up to you, up to all of us together. It's a collective effort as an online community to keep the internet great. So yes, congratulations. We've passed the 4th test. Be kind. It's cool to be kind. It's really cool to be kind. Now moving over to the lastly, being internet brave means when in doubt, you talk it out. Talk it out. One lesson that applies to an or encounter of digital kind. When you come across some Apologies for that. The internet, I had an interference with the internet. Thank you all for staying back. So we're almost done with this training. We're almost done with this training. So like I was saying, here are some tips for being brave and talking about issues online. Found something negative, say something. It's very important that we encourage them to say something. If you come across something that makes you feel uncomfortable or worse, report it. Be brave and talk to someone you trust who can help, including a teacher, a principal, or a parent. It's very important that we encourage them to do this. And then talk it out. Talk it out. Asking for help when you are not sure what to do is a brave thing to do. Trust me. It is to help you or someone heal something hurtful or stop harm from happening. It's both smart and courageous. Then also report and block inappropriate content. Reporting can help the people involved, their community, and the platform themselves if you use the tool to block and report on the site. It's only when you block that the people, that the community and the people in charge of the platform will know and then can take action. Then get proof. So before you block, like I mentioned earlier, before you block or report inappropriate content, it's always wise to take a screenshot so that you have a record of the situation. And then don't be afraid, very important, don't be afraid. If you receive a creepy message or comment from a stranger, show a trusted adult. It's very important. I keep emphasizing that you teach them how to talk, how to speak out, and how to report to trusted adults. It's very, very important. Okay, now to finish up, we are going to test you on how much of the hero training you've absorbed. And now we are going to take this question. So what do you do? For instance, you get a chat from someone with whom you are not familiar with. Chat goes like, I saw you in math class today. You are cute. What is your address? I can come hang out. So these are the kind of questions that you ask the student. Like I said earlier, you have to put them in a group so that they will be able to respond to questions like this. And then what would you also do? You accidentally downloaded a virus onto your computer. How can you respond? It's very, very important that you tell them that they don't need to panic. All they need to do is to talk. They should speak out on time. Talk to their parents and their teachers about this so that the virus can be taken out. The virus can be on the file that they downloaded can be uninstalled, and then antivirus installed so that it can clean up the device. You see a message that says everyone wears purple tomorrow, but don't tell Luther. Just tell them, tell Luther. Why don't you want to tell Luther? Simple. A student posts a group photo in a public account and you hate the way you look. This happens often. Would you report that photo or not? How can you respond? If you were the one, would you report? Can I know in the chat box? It will help me know that at least that the people here are still here. And I want this to be interactive. We'll soon finish. The training will soon be over. Apologies once again for the breaking transmission earlier. What would you do? How would you feel? For me, what I would do is to tell the person to take it down and then report to a trusted adult or report to if it was a kid, of course, they should report to trusted adults and then tell the person, please take down this picture as I don't like the way I look in the picture, and do it politely. Yes, we are done. We are done. Yes, be brave. And if you're in doubt, talk it out. We are now on the final staircase. How to be an internet hero. Congratulations, you are all internet heroes at the moment. So let's recap what we've learned today about being internet awesome. So the first pillar was be smart, share with care. We are not here to tell you what you should or should not share, but we do want to suggest that you think before you share. It's very, very important. Before you click that send button, think. Is it true? Is it hurtful? Is it important? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Think before you share. Be mindful of what you share and with whom. Very important. Remember that anything you share has the potential to be forwarded, copied, and found by others. Secondly, be internet alert. Don't fall for fake. Trust your gut. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Remember, Google and other reputable companies will never ask you for your password over email. Know how to spot the signs of a potential scam. Always check with a parent or trusted adult before you open up any personal information online. Third, be strong. Secure your secrets. Make sure you set strong password by making them at least 8 characters. Mixture, upper and lowercase characters. Remember that. Numbers and symbols, those are special characters, and choose a unique yet remember, a unique but yet a memorable password for every site. Don't share it with anyone except for parents and trusted adults. That's when what you'll be telling your students. They don't have to. You don't share your password with anyone except with their parents and any trusted adult. Always remember to log out of public computers or devices. That means at school, at the library, and at your friend's house. Become familiar with your settings on different apps and set and put them to good. Now, be kind. It's cool to be kind. Use the power of the internet to spread positivity. If you do see something that is cruel, unkind, or offensive, you should speak up. Be an upstander. Remember, don't be a bystander. Be an upstander and take action by blocking and reporting it. Then the last one, be brave. When in doubt, talk it out. So teachers and parents have your back. This is what you need. You need to reassure your students that you have their back. You need to tell them that you've got their back. They need to trust you. They need to believe and have confidence in you. And tell them that if something or someone online makes them feel uncomfortable, they should mention it to trusted adults. Yep, and this brings us to the end of the section. Now, for these are some of the resources available for Google safety. To learn more about everything that we've been talking about, kindly visit safety.google/ it has heaps of articles and advice for how to stay safe, including practical security advice, practical privacy tips for sharing responsibility. It has lots of content and useful information out there that could help you. Then, of course, you can reach out to the Nigerian police on the number that is being displayed. And, of course, our Web Rangers team. Web Rangers program is a digital literacy project designed to allow young people to gain critical skills and knowledge around online safety. Now, I'll create room for questions. If you have any question, you can type it in the chat box, then I'll respond to those questions. Of all the things that we've learned today, if there are things that you're not clear or not sure, kindly ask, and then we have 5 minutes to take, less than 5 minutes to take questions and also to respond to the questions. So if you have any question, kindly type it in the chat box. And I know we have a group of teachers, and if they have any question, the moderator over there, kindly type it in and I'll respond to the questions as well. So remember, we have these 5 pillars: be smart, be alert, be strong, be kind, and be brave. So if you have any question, kindly ask. Type it in the chat box, and your question will be attended and addressed. Any question? Any question? All right. So in the absence of no question, I'd like to thank everyone for being part of this training. I would like to thank the teachers at JSS Area 10 for being part of this training. I would like to thank every of our viewers right at the moment watching live for being part of this training. And I hope that it was a useful information, and we hope that you also use this in training your students and your loved ones, because at the end of the day, together, collectively, we will have to make this internet a better place. Okay, there's a question. I see okay, thank you, Odinaka. Odinaka is asking, can we get the slides after the training? Okay, this will be attended to after the training. Thank you, Odinaka, for your question. Thank you. If there are other questions that can be addressed here and now, then please type it in the chat box and we'll attend to them. All right, thank you very much. And this brings us to the end of today's training section. I appreciate your time and do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye-bye.